100 Criminology Terms. Criminology, the scientific study of crime, criminals, and criminal behavior. For example, a researcher studies why theft increases in certain areas. It's like a doctor studying illness, but for crime. Mens rea, the intention or mental state behind a crime. For example, planning a robbery shows clear intent. It's the why behind an action. Actus reus, the physical act of committing a crime. For example, breaking into a house. It's the what that was done. Burden of proof, the responsibility to prove a claim in court. For example, prosecutors must prove guilt. It's like carrying the weight of evidence. Beyond reasonable doubt, the highest legal standard of proof in criminal cases. For example, a jury must be almost certain before convicting. It's like being sure enough to bet everything on it. Due process, fair treatment through the legal system. For example, having a proper trial before punishment. It's like following the rules of a game fairly. Presumption of innocence, assuming someone is innocent until proven guilty. For example, a suspect is treated fairly before trial. It's like starting a race at the same line. Deterrence, preventing crime through fear of punishment. For example, speed cameras reducing speeding. It's like a warning sign before danger. Rehabilitation, helping offenders change their behavior. For example, education programs in prison. It's like repairing rather than replacing. Recidivism, reoffending after punishment. For example, returning to crime after release. It's like falling back into old habits. Profiling, analyzing behavior patterns to identify suspects. For example, studying crime scenes for common traits. It's like solving a puzzle using patterns. Forensic evidence, scientific evidence used in investigations. For example, DNA from a crime scene. It's like nature's fingerprints. Chain of custody, documentation of evidence handling. For example, recording who touched evidence. It's like a relay race baton record. Alibi, proof of being elsewhere during a crime. For example, CCTV showing someone at work. It's like a time-stamped receipt. Motive, reason for committing a crime. For example, stealing due to financial stress. It's like the fuel behind action. Opportunity, the chance to commit a crime. For example, an unlocked door. It's like an open window. Victimology, study of crime victims. For example, researching how victims are affected. It's like listening to the other side of the story. White-collar crime, non-violent financial crime. For example, fraud in a company. It's like stealing with paperwork. Cybercrime, crime using digital technology. For example, online scams. It's like pickpocketing in cyberspace. Organized crime, structured criminal groups. For example, drug trafficking networks. It's like a hidden business operation. Surveillance, monitoring suspects or locations. For example, CCTV in public areas. It's like a quiet observation. Interrogation, questioning suspects. For example, police interviews. It's like a guided conversation. Confession, admitting guilt. For example, a suspect admits the crime. It's like opening a locked door. Plea bargain, agreement to plead guilty for reduced charges. For example, a shorter sentence for cooperation. It's like negotiating a shortcut. Probation, supervised release instead of prison. For example, regular meetings with officers. It's like a second chance with guidance. Parole, early release from prison under conditions. For example, good behavior leads to release. It's like leaving school early with permission. Sentencing, court deciding punishment. For example, a judge assigns a prison term. It's like the final judgment in a competition. Capital punishment, death penalty for severe crimes. For example, execution in some countries. It's like the most extreme consequence. Criminal liability, legal responsibility for a crime. For example, being charged after investigation. It's like owning the result of actions. Social control, ways society regulates behavior. For example, laws and social norms. It's like invisible guide rails. Deviance, behavior that goes against social rules, laws, or expectations. For example, repeated vandalism in public places. It's like swimming against the current of society. Labeling theory, the idea that people become criminals when society labels them as such. For example, a young offender continues offending after being called trouble. It's like living up to a nickname that never fades. Social disorganization, breakdown of community structures that control crime. For example, high crime in areas with weak social ties. It's like a neighborhood without fences. Strain theory, crime caused by pressure from unmet goals. For example, stealing due to financial frustration. It's like a stretched rope that finally snaps. Rational choice theory, criminals weigh risks and rewards before acting. For example, choosing to steal where cameras are absent. It's like calculating a risky shortcut. Routine activity theory, crime occurs when opportunity meets motivation. For example, theft when no one is watching. It's like a door left open at night. Hotspot policing, focusing police presence in high crime areas. For example, extra patrols in busy nightlife zones. It's like placing umbrellas where rain falls most. Victim precipitation, situations where victims unintentionally contribute to crime. For example, escalating a conflict verbally. It's like adding fuel to a fire unknowingly. Situational crime prevention, reducing crime by changing environments. For example, better lighting in car parks. It's like making temptation harder to reach. Criminal justice system, institutions that enforce criminal law. For example, police, courts, and prisons working together. It's like a long conveyor belt of justice. Dark figure of crime, crimes that go unreported. For example, domestic abuse never reported. It's like an iceberg below water. Restorative justice, repairing harm through dialogue and accountability. For example, victim and offender mediation. It's like mending broken bridges. Zero tolerance policing, strict enforcement of all offenses. For example, arresting for minor vandalism. It's like a strict school teacher. Moral panic, widespread fear about a perceived threat. For example, media exaggeration of youth crime. It's like a storm in a teacup. Collective efficacy, community ability to control behavior. For example, neighbors watching out for each other. It's like many hands holding one net. Desistance, the process of stopping criminal behavior. For example, leaving crime after finding stable work. It's like turning off a noisy engine. Correctional facility, institution for offender rehabilitation. For example, prisons and youth centers. It's like a controlled environment for repair. Remand, holding suspects before trial. For example, detention while awaiting court. It's like waiting in a quiet corridor. Bail, temporary release with conditions. For example, paying money to stay free. It's like borrowed freedom. Exclusionary rule, illegal evidence cannot be used. For example, ignoring unlawfully obtained recordings. It's like removing tainted ingredients. Search warrant, legal permission to search property. For example, police authorized to enter a home. It's like an official key. Stop and search, police power to check individuals. For example, searching for illegal items. It's like a security scan. Criminal record, official history of offenses. For example, past convictions listed. It's like a permanent footprint. Three strikes law, harsh punishment for repeat offenders. For example, life sentence after third offense. It's like the final warning bell. Boot camp program, military-style offender training. For example, strict discipline programs. It's like resetting behavior through structure. House arrest, confinement at home. For example, electronic monitoring. It's like a cage without bars. Electronic tagging, monitoring using GPS devices. For example, ankle bracelets. It's like a digital leash. Crime mapping, visualizing crime locations. For example, online crime maps. It's like a weather map for danger. Criminogenic environment, places that encourage crime. For example, poorly lit alleys. It's like fertile soil for weeds. Secondary victimization, harm caused by poor treatment after crime. For example, victims blamed during investigation. It's like reopening a wound. Classical criminology, a school of thought that argues individuals have free will and choose to commit crime after weighing pleasure against pain. It developed during the Enlightenment and focuses on rational decision-making and proportionate punishment. For example, a person decides not to steal because the legal consequences outweigh the benefit. It's like standing at a crossroads and calculating which path leads to fewer thorns. Positivist criminology, a perspective that suggests criminal behavior is influenced by biological, psychological, or social factors beyond full individual control. It relies on scientific observation and data. For example, studying how childhood trauma influences later offending. It's like examining the roots of a tree rather than just its branches. Biological determinism, the theory that genetic or physiological traits may predispose individuals to criminal behavior. For example, research exploring links between brain injury and aggression. It's like considering whether the wiring inside a machine affects how it functions. Psychological profiling, the analysis of behavioral and personality traits to predict characteristics of an unknown offender. For example, inferring likely traits from patterns in repeated offenses. It's like sketching a silhouette from scattered shadows. Crime prevention through environmental design, designing physical spaces to reduce opportunities for crime by improving visibility, lighting, and access control. For example, installing bright lighting and open sight lines in public areas. It's like rearranging furniture so there are no dark corners to hide in. Formal social control, regulation of behavior through laws, policing, and official sanctions. For example, arresting someone for theft. It's like clearly marked boundaries enforced by authority. Informal social control, the ways families, friends, and communities regulate behavior without formal laws. For example, parents correcting a child's harmful actions. It's like gentle guardrails along a quiet road. Neutralization theory, the idea that offenders justify their actions to reduce guilt, often by blaming circumstances or denying harm. For example, claiming insurance fraud hurts no one. It's like silencing an inner alarm clock. Differential association, the theory that criminal behavior is learned through interaction with others who already engage in crime. For example, joining a peer group that encourages illegal activity. It's like adopting the accent of those you spend time with. Subculture theory, the belief that certain groups develop values and norms that support criminal behavior. For example, a gang rewarding acts of violence. It's like a separate rulebook within the larger society. Cultural transmission, the passing of criminal values and behavior from one generation to another. For example, children exposed to long-term criminal activity adopting similar patterns. It's like inheriting traditions, but harmful ones. Social learning theory. Crime is learned through observation, imitation, and reinforcement. For example, a teenager copying aggressive behavior seen at home. It's like learning steps in a dance by watching others. Anomie, a condition where social norms break down, leading to confusion and deviance. For example, rapid economic change causing instability in crime. It's like a compass spinning without direction. Self-control theory suggests crime results from low self-control developed in early childhood. For example, impulsive acts without considering consequences. It's like a car without functioning brakes. Displacement, when crime shifts location rather than decreasing. For example, theft moving to a nearby area after police patrols increase. It's like squeezing one end of a balloon. Incapacitation, preventing crime by physically restricting offenders. For example, imprisonment to stop further harm. It's like removing a broken cog from a machine. General deterrence, punishing one person to discourage others. For example, publicizing a sentence to warn society. It's like a lighthouse warning ships at sea. Specific deterrence, punishment aimed at preventing a specific individual from reoffending. For example, strict probation conditions. It's like a personal reminder carved in memory. Community policing, police working closely with local communities to prevent crime. For example, officers attending neighborhood meetings. It's like gardeners tending their own soil. Intelligence-led policing, using data analysis to guide policing strategies. For example, targeting repeat offenders based on patterns. It's like following a map instead of wandering. Crime control model, a justice model prioritizing efficiency and public safety over procedural safeguards. For example, swift processing of suspects. It's like a fast-moving conveyor belt. Due process model, a justice model emphasizing rights and fairness. For example, ensuring legal representation before trial. It's like double-checking every step carefully. Plea negotiation, discussion between defense and prosecution to settle a case without trial. For example, agreeing to a lesser charge. It's like meeting halfway on a long bridge. Sentencing guidelines, frameworks that guide judges on appropriate punishments. For example, standard ranges for burglary sentences. It's like a recipe with measured ingredients. Mitigating factors, circumstances that reduce severity of punishment. For example, genuine remorse shown in court. It's like a softer light cast over a dark scene. Aggravating factors, circumstances that increase severity of punishment. For example, targeting vulnerable victims. It's like adding weight to one side of scales. Judicial discretion, a judge's authority to make decisions within legal limits. For example, choosing sentence length within a range. It's like steering within marked lanes. Criminal intent, the purposeful desire to commit an unlawful act. For example, planning an arson attack. It's like setting a destination before starting a journey. Negligence, failing to take reasonable care, resulting in harm. For example, leaving dangerous equipment unsecured. It's like forgetting to close a gate. Conspiracy, agreement between two or more people to commit a crime. For example, planning fraud together. It's like whispered plans in the dark. Accessory, a person who assists in a crime but does not carry it out directly. For example, providing a getaway vehicle. It's like standing behind the curtain. Entrapment, when authorities induce someone to commit a crime they otherwise would not have committed. For example, pressuring a person into illegal activity. It's like setting a trap and pushing someone toward it. Exoneration, officially clearing someone of blame after conviction. For example, DNA proving innocence years later. It's like lifting a heavy shadow. Innocence Project, organizations dedicated to overturning wrongful convictions. For example, reviewing old cases with new evidence. It's like polishing a cloudy mirror. Victim Impact Statement, a statement describing how a crime affected a victim. For example, speaking during sentencing. It's like a ripple spreading outward. Rehabilitation Program, structured intervention to reduce reoffending. For example, substance abuse treatment in prison. It's like resetting a broken compass. Diversion Program, redirecting offenders away from traditional prosecution. For example, youth counseling instead of court. It's like taking an alternative path. Public Defender, a lawyer appointed to represent those unable to afford one. For example, providing defense in criminal trials. It's like a shield offered freely. Criminal Appeal, requesting a higher court to review a conviction or sentence. For example, challenging a legal error. It's like asking for a second look. Rule of law, the principle that all individuals and institutions are subject to the law equally. For example, officials held accountable under the same laws as citizens. It's like a steady foundation beneath society.